Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. We are back with a what sold video. You should be getting to that next. I'm out here in the garage actually trying to find some stuff to list. By the way, if you find out these NFL Street Wilson footballs, keep them, sell them. They do pretty well. I think Shad Deuce mentioned this as well. If you don't watch his channel, check him out. Super knowledgeable guy about video games, but I think he's the one who I saw that told me to pick these up, and they do really well. So, but about the sold video, there's a couple things to say. And one part of it, you'll notice I get very sick. At least I sound kind of congested and nasty, so I apologize. Just bear with it. There's still some good information there to kind of look into and listen to. Just bear with the sniffling and stuff. And then lastly, I mentioned a Vero claim I had with one sale and what I did to kind of circumvent that in the future to sell the product. I'm not advising anyone to do that or to take any chances. It's just something I did to see kind of what would happen, and it worked out this time for me, but that doesn't mean it's always going to work out, and every Vero claim is different. So do your research on them. Be careful, if at all possible, avoid listing stuff that has the Vero, the people that are on the Vero list, because obviously you get too many of those, you can get a suspension, a listing suspension, you can get permanently suspended as well. So something to keep in mind. Be careful, because obviously if this eBay account is an important part of your financial situation, you don't want to jeopardize that at all. So, but here we go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Take care. Hey everyone, back with the sales for Monday. A little bit of a slower day, dollar amount wise, but volume quite a bit moved out. And there's still one more thing to show you that I know where it is, and one thing that I can't seem to find, so we'll have to try to find it tomorrow. Thing that I can't find, some $10 coins. They're like purple coins from Disneyland. There's 5 of them. I have a whole bag full. The first time anyone ever bought, they bought a set of 5 for $10, and I can't find them. So I think they're in storage somewhere. I can only hope. So we'll go try to look there tomorrow when we grab the other thing that sold, and hopefully we can find them before work. So what did sell though, these are some Nike golf shoes. Super clean. They sold once before for I think 35 or 40. This time I took a best offer for 34. The first time they were returned, they said they were a little too snug for the person. I put that in the listing this time that they may run a little snug, but someone still bought them. 34 bucks. A little bit of creasing here, but overall some pretty good looking shoes. So 34 shipped. I think I had like $7 in those. Here is the Toy Story, I think it is, mask. I bought this for $4 or $5 at Savers, plus a discount over 20% off. Problem was it's actually missing a little strap piece that goes in the back here. Otherwise I probably would have got about 40 for it. Mine's a little scratched up too, as you can see, but it ended up selling for 28 shipped on a best offer. It'll probably cost about $8 to ship, maybe 10 at tops. It's super light, just the size is the issue. And then you know, we'll make a little bit of money there, maybe $10 or so, we'll see. But overall, still a good thing to look out for if you guys can't find it. And then the media type stuff, this was from Savers, $3.99 plus 20% off. This V Complete Series used. This sold for 19 shipped, so 19 shipped for this little guy. It'll just go in a bubble mailer. This is Super Mario Sunshine. Sorry about that. It's the case only. I bought a bunch of cases a while back, you might remember, for $100. I actually bought them for personal stuff. Never ended up really doing anything with them to collect or anything, and I just ended up selling the cases, and this one sold for just 15 shipped. It's case only. I think it may have the manual. I'm not sure. No manual, looks like. So, but still, 15 bucks, good for just a case. Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Game of the Year. This one sold for 12 bucks. 13 bucks maybe. I paid $2 at a garage sale. I knew it would sell. It always sells for right around that price. It's a pretty fun game. And lastly, Zelda, another game that always sells. This is Ocarina of Time for the N64. I bought an N64 with a Dreamcast for 25 bucks and some games. This one was in there, and this is the first thing that sold, and that sold for 28 shipped. That's everything until I show you guys what else sold, and hopefully we find those. Hey everyone, back with the final sales from Monday. 2 of them, I found the thing that I couldn't find earlier, were these 5 coins here. These are like Disney, I think it's 35th anniversary Disneyland coins. Got a whole bag of these. I bought them for $5, and it came with a bunch of Mardi Gras coins or whatever they were too. I sold the Mardi Gras stuff already, and then I finally sold a set of these for 10. So it's a really old listing. The picture is horrible, so I need to redo it. Hopefully next time one sells, it'll have a better picture. But 5 of them sold for $10, so happy about that. And then here are 10 VeggieTales sealed VHSs. They were $1 each, but then it was like buy 2 get 1 free or something. So I guess I have, you know, a little less than $1 on each one, but plus tax. This place charges tax, but they are all sealed, and they sold for 35 shipped, full price. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Tuesday. 6 sales today. Technically, one was a multi-quantity buy, but 6 sales. It's like $200 and something, I think. So pretty good. Not a huge quantity-wise, but definitely some good higher dollar items. We'll start off with these Answer 2 shoes. I paid $10 for these, but they may have been half off. I can't remember. It's been a while. I think these are more like diabetic type shoes. They're pretty big, as you can see, pretty wide. They ended up selling for $40 on the best offer. I paid 10 max, and I had them listed like 55 or best offer, and went back and forth and agreed on 40. So happy to get rid of those. This is from the big ink buy we had for the $500 a while back, and ended up selling this for 16 bucks. I'm almost out of the ink. We've made quite a bit of good sales on that. You can check the past videos, but 16 shipped for 2 of these. They'll just go in a bubble mailer because they're pretty light. Here's a Bionicle set. It's brand new, sealed. This was from the $1,000. It actually ended up being $1,600 over the course of a week in toys and video games I bought from Storage Unit Guy. You guys should have already seen that video by now. This is the first sale from it. I just listed this stuff this past week, and this sold for $75 shipped, so pretty good there. Took a best offer, and I also sold this Chevy Pickups manual. It was also in the same lot of toys and stuff. This I just threw in the pile. That sold for $14 shipped. So we're $89 in sales for $1,600 worth of purchase. So it's going to be a long road to make it back. What I've listed so far is maybe 20% of what I bought, and I'm really happy with what I've seen so far. So even though this doesn't look that great so far because you spend so much, it's going to take time, but eventually, probably over the next year, this is going to turn into be a pretty good deal when it comes to what we invested versus what the return is. Some more items, some Motorola walkie-talkies here. I don't know what the model number is, but it should be on the screen. These ended up selling for 44 shipped, something like that, 40 something shipped. I actually paid like 12 bucks for these at Savers. It came with the charging station. If the charging station worked with these, it could be like 90 bucks, 80 something bucks. Some people are getting that. When I got them, charging station was broken, did not work, and the batteries inside these were dead. So I had to buy batteries for like 8 bucks for the batteries. And then I was in about 20 bucks. They ended up selling for like 40 something. So I'll make maybe 10 or 12 bucks when it's all said and done, maybe a little bit more, but not what I was hoping, because I was hoping the charging station would work, and I was hoping the batteries would still be good, but they were not. So that's that. And then a retail arbitrage. This is a Under Armour 5XL polo here, brand new with tag from Marshalls or somewhere. This one, aside from this little thing, which was when the lady put it in the bag and it got kind of folded on itself, so I'm going to iron that out a little bit to make it look a little better, but I did list it, and it sold for 54, 53 shipped, something like that. I had paid 20 plus tax, so I'm in at 21 something. This is one of those ones where we'll probably make 15 bucks or something like that, maybe a little bit more, closer to 20, but it was brand new, easy to list, and it's a huge size, which is why I bought it. I am dabbling a little bit in retail arbitrage just to try to, add a little bit of spice to the business. If we can find some additional places to source from and the deals are pretty good, we'll buy. This one sold within like 2 weeks, so pretty good deal there. I wouldn't buy every Under Armour for 20 bucks that's brand new. Most of them I'd actually probably pass on. You want to get them probably cheaper than that to really make the money, but when it is a huge size like this, a 5XL, those are really hard to come by, and it was a pretty cool pattern too. So 52, 53, something like that shipped, and this should still go first class, even though it's a bigger size. These moisture wicking shirts are pretty light. So that's it. I'll show you guys anything else if it's... Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Wednesday. You'll see, what is this, 5 sales here, but there's still 2 more that just got paid for, and we still have a couple hours left, so it's still possible we could see a few more before the end of the day, so I'll show you guys those if they do end up selling. Starting off, we have this book, Teaching Dance as Art and Education. I don't do a lot with textbooks, because usually when I find them, they're too old or just not really valuable at all. This one was $1. I had scanned it real quick on my phone at a garage sale. The listings were for like 80, 90 bucks, brand new. So pretty high, but there were no solds. I think someone had one listed used in like the 50s or 60s. So I was like, well, she said $1. I grabbed it, figured I'd take a shot, listed it for 50 or best offer, and someone actually paid 50 full price. I just had an offer about 4 or 5 days ago for 30 bucks. I countered with 40. And thought if they took the 40 or if they counter again at 35, I'll just give it to them. It was only $1, but they declined my offer, and I'm glad they did because someone paid the full price, so pretty cool there. Here's an eye clicker. This was $1. This is the Generation 1. This is the first one. They have like an eye clicker 2, I think now. There might be a third one, I don't know. But this one is obviously a little bit older, but it's still sold within like 6 hours for 20 bucks. I paid $1. It's going to go first class. Another item that's sold within about 12 hours. This is the T83 Plus. I paid $6.99 plus 20% off, plus they had tax on there, whatever it ended up being. This tested out, it works. It was from Savers. Comes with the slip cover there. It sold for $35 shipped because that's what it seems like they're going for right now. The last one I sold for $30. I think that was during the summer, and the need for the calculators wasn't as high. So 35 bucks though, great deal there. Those always sell. This is a Super Nintendo. This one is really messed up. As you can see, it's cracked there. Does not work. It's missing the little door there. It's got a crack there in the front. This wasn't a big lot of video games I bought. And this was just a broken system included. I sold it for $22 shipped for parts. So, I don't know why someone wants it, but 22 bucks, happy to get rid of it. It'll still cost about 8 bucks to ship it, maybe 10, and then we'll make 5 or 6, 7 bucks, who knows, 8 bucks when it's all said and done. The highest dollar sale is this Abu Garcia reel. This is the Ambassador. I forgot which one it is. The big game right here. This one I paid 70 bucks for on OfferUp. I bought another reel too, which hasn't sold yet, but I have them both. I think I paid 100 bucks for everything. And this one ended up selling for 200 bucks. It's unused, but it has been opened up and everything. This one I thought was worth about $140 to $160. I listed it for 200 or best offer, hoping someone might come through at $160, $170. I could make some money. My offers were always $140 or less on this. I'd get $100 offers, I'd get $120, and there wasn't a lot of competition. I ended up just holding out, hoping that someone would come in at $160 and I'd take it. Nothing happened, and then eventually someone came through and paid full price, $200. So I'm thankful for that, an extra 40 bucks than I thought I was going to get, which makes it a very good deal for the $70 buy-in. So that'll get packed up. It does have some boxware, but all that's in the listing. It's just a really nice reel, and if you're looking for this exact reel, like I said, there wasn't much competition, so that's probably why I was able to get that price. That's it for right now, and I'll show you guys what else. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for the final sales on Wednesday. Sold this Raiders kind of zebra print looking hat. It's real dirty. I think I paid $1 or $2. I just thought it was pretty cool. This one ended up selling for 30 bucks shipped on the best offer. Here's a DSi. It's broken, doesn't work. It's got some kind of short, I think, because every time you turn it on, it turns right back off. New battery didn't change it. It still had an issue, so paid $2 for this from one of my sources. He didn't know if it worked either, so sold it to me for $2. It sold for $15 shipped for parts. It'll go first class, so we'll make a little bit of money. And then a Game Boy original. And this one came with a Game & Watch. The Game & Watch sold for like 80 or 90 bucks. I paid 20 for both. So she wanted 10 each, but I kind of figure I paid more like 20 for the other one because that was the valuable thing. This ended up selling for 30 shipped, full price, as is for parts. People take these and they kind of like refurb them, and I think change out the lighting and everything in the screen and make them pretty cool. So 30 bucks shipped. That's out. Hey everyone, back with the sales update for Thursday. A good dollar amount, but slow volume day. We ended up selling this Batman. This is like an 80s shirt. I think it's 89 or something. Batman shirt. Paid $1 for it at a garage sale. It sold for 20, shipped on the best offer. Had a listing for a while, and I kept getting offers of like 15 to 18. It has some staining, which is why I think it took so long for it to sell. So happy to get rid of it though for 20. Here's Need for Speed Carbon. I think this sold for 15 or 16 bucks, maybe 14. But PS3 game, paid $2 for this at a garage sale. And it sold in a couple weeks, so pretty good. And then lastly, these Lectin Shield, like intestinal supplement things. They were $1 each. I haven't wiped all these off yet. They're Sharpie, so they come out real easy. They're at an estate sale. I ended up having, I think, 10 in total when I first made the purchase, 9 or 10. And I listed them for like $45 or $46, something like that. And 2 had sold, and I had the rest listed. I was kind of in the middle of the pack with the pricing. And then I got a Vero claim because the Vero is for Gundry MD. Gundry MD said they couldn't verify these were authentic, and therefore it was a Vero claim. They should be taken down because they can't verify this is their product. So I looked, and a lot of people who were selling them, they were still selling, but what people were doing to get by that was they were just putting Lectin Shield in the listing, not putting the Gundry MD in there, and then they were listing them like that, and they were able to sell them. Those were the ones that were still up on eBay and the ones that were selling. So what I decided to do is wait a few months. I waited like 3 months on them just to kind of let that old Vero claim kind of go in the past a little bit, and monitor how people were selling them. And I kept checking every month to see how it was going. And again, the ones that were just listing as Lectin Shield, they were still up and people were still buying them. So what I opted to do was list them all for $39.99 each, which was the cheapest. The highest at the time was like 55 or 60 bucks. So I was 10 or 15 bucks cheaper than everybody else, but I only paid $1. So I listed them for $39.99, quantity 7, and they all sold overnight. One person bought 5 jars of them for about $200, and then another person bought the final 2 for $80. So that's what I did to get around it. Just didn't put the Gundry MD there, put a Lectin Shield. The whole Vero thing's in some ways a joke. There are some legitimate claims. I think Cincinnati Picker did a video on this. If you know, you probably know who he is, but his channel went over it. Basically, a lot of companies use Vero to take down the items of theirs that are selling, and they claim they're inauthentic. Beachbody does this a lot of times with like P90X and stuff. And obviously, Gundry MD will do it with their product because they don't want anyone else to sell them anywhere. So they don't want you to be able to get them. Therefore, you have to go to them directly to buy them. I'm not going to get into it any further than that, but that was my kind of way around it. Not saying you should do that, but I wanted to be upfront and honest with you guys as well. So again, I paid $1 a piece and sold these 2 for $80, and then these 5 for $200. So an awesome buy, and hopefully we'll have some more stuff to show you this. Hey everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Back with the sales update. We're actually in the bedroom because the room where my listing table is just packed with stuff, so I had to show you guys the video here. I have been swamped. The $1,000 buy is just keeping me real busy, and honestly I'm not feeling that well either, so that's not helping the situation. So if I sound a little congested, it's because I am, so it'd be an accurate assessment by you guys. I apologize for that. Let's just get right in. We'll start off with the video game stuff. My favorite thing to sell, if you don't know, video game stuff just always seems to have a pretty good following. We sold a 360 Connect. This is in the box. It came in a big video game lot I paid 200 bucks for from Storage Unit Guy. This sold for like 38 shipped, tested, and it works. I just left it in the box because it should fit in a Priority Mail shoebox. So pretty good there. This is a 360 system, 250 gig. This is the kind of system you want to buy the white systems, the white colored ones. Usually those for the 360 or the old original ones are not the best to sell. They have a lot of issues. In my experience, those are the ones that seem to be broken the most. These ones, the slim ones or the S consoles, are the ones that seem to do a lot better. So I paid 20 bucks for this with like 6 or 7 games, no controllers. This sold for 60 shipped. It does work. It came with all the cords, just no controller. There's a couple of like $8, $10 games there. The rest will just go into a lot, and we'll hold on to them for other ones. But I made the buy for the 20 because I was hoping, she said she had other video game stuff, some Game Boys and DSs and stuff. She just didn't know where they were. So I figured, well, if I pay up on the 20, she definitely will call me if she does find it because I gave her my number. Still haven't heard from her, so we'll see if it works out. But sometimes I'll pay up if the deal is good enough in hopes they'll come back to me for other things rather than kind of lowballing them on and off, and they obviously won't call you back for the other stuff. So that worked out though, 20 into 60, plus we got a couple games to sell. GTA 5, this sold for like 14 shipped, 12 shipped, something like that. Street Fighter EX3 sold for 16 shipped. This was $2 at a garage sale. We also bought this there too, Tony Hawk Underground 2 for $2. That also sold for 16. There are PS2 games that are worth money. Just gotta know which ones they are, so they're worth looking up. And the prices on some of them have gone up a little bit, and then I always list on the higher end of the price. Some people will sell these video games without taking a picture of the item. They just use a stock image. Horrible idea if you want to maximize your profit. Great idea if you just want to save time. For me, I take one picture of the item with the disc and the manual out, or if it has no manual, no manual. One picture, put it in there, and I can ask a higher dollar because people are willing to pay more for an item they actually can see what it is versus the stock image sometimes. So that's my tip. If you're wanting to be a little bit more time efficient, I guess would be the best word, you're welcome to use the stock image, but you're going to get less money. Here's Wii Sports Resort. That sold for like 14 shipped, disc only. I don't even know where I got that. Here's a baseball bat. Not a great one. This is a Power Cell by Worth. This one, I think it was like $3. It ended up selling for 30 or 31. I don't know. I had it listed for 30-something dollars. The guy messaged me and said, I buy a lot of softball bats. I'm willing to pay 31. Would you be cool with accepting that? It was like $2 off my price. I said, sure. Here are some water filters here. They're brand new. This Drop brand. These I paid $4 plus tax for at a thrift store, and they sold for 39 shipped for the pair. So a good deal there. This is a Moen Adler shower setup. It appears to be unused in the box, but the box has been opened up and everything is not in plastic. That sold for 50 shipped. I bought 3 of them a while back. I think I paid $5 each, or maybe all 3 for 20, something like that. And I sold the first 2 for like 60 shipped. This one was opened and I wasn't sure on everything. This one ended up selling for 50 shipped. So that was pretty good. Here's a cool little guy. I paid $1 for this pumpkin golf ball looking guy. For Halloween, he lights up. There were 2 other ones listed. A couple had sold for around the $20 to $30 mark. I listed mine at 30 shipped, and it sold. So I paid $1. It'll probably cost about 8 to 10 to ship it. It's super light. It does work, and then we'll make some money on there. And it is Halloween time, so that stuff's moving. Here's an IBM ThinkPad. Don't know much about it. I paid 10 at the estate sale. Lady thought it worked. It boots up, but it has some kind of errors that pop up. I didn't feel like taking the time to research them and see. Some of these old ThinkPads, people will actually pay up for. I'm not sure why. I don't know if they just want to use the old computers or if there's some program they're running on them that they want to run on the old computer, but they are worth picking up sometimes. I don't like to pay more than 10, and I want to make sure it comes with a charger, because usually you can sell it as is, which is what I did. I took a picture of the error that came up just so someone else could look it up and see. The guy bought it for 45 shipped. It'll probably cost me, again, 10 to 12 to ship pirate ship, but we'll still make some money there for a as-is computer. I'm okay with that. Here's an item from the $1,000 video game lot, or not video game, a toy lot. Only one that sold this weekend is this little trooper here, this ARF trooper. Packaging is super damaged, but this thing sold for 25 shipped. These things go for good money if you have the complete, perfect in box condition. They can go for like 40 or 50 bucks. So that was a good one. Here's a snap-on socket, the SW421. That sold for 16 shipped. I bought a bag of sockets for 20 bucks. The guy wanted $1 a piece. There were like 200 sockets in there. I sold a lot of Craftsman ones for like 80 or 90 bucks out of there, and then I pulled all the Snap-on ones out, and I've been selling them individually, and I still have a box of other stuff. So Snap-on stuff does well, but this one is actually super heavy, so it might be over a pound. I'm not sure, but either way, pretty good deal. These Pioneer little CD disc things, changers or whatever, I think they hold 6 CDs each, yeah. Lady had a box of these. I bought some video games from her, and then she had a box of these. She wanted $2 each, so $2 each one of these. And I ended up asking her she'd do a deal for all of them. She said she had about 80 in there, and then she came back with 20 bucks. So I was like, okay, I'm in. So I bought them all for 20 bucks, and I just sold 10 of them. I just grabbed 10. And they sold for 57 shipped. So I should be able to sell. I didn't verify she had 80, but it looked like they were 80. Most of them are numbered, and I saw numbers in the 70s. At the very least, there's 50 in there. So if I can get 57 each, you know, we're over 250 bucks for a $20 investment. So great deal there. Here's another really cool thing. This is a 9500iX Passport. This is like a radar detector. This was in a box of electronics I paid 10 bucks for. It had some video game cords in there and stuff, and I bought some video games already from the guy, but I saw the cords and he wanted 10 bucks for the whole box, so I bought it. This was in there. This was tested and works, and it actually sold for 160 shipped. So this is a Passport 9500iX. Look out for that. Those do really well. Now we got this little Feltworks welcome mat. This was $2 at a garage sale. Took forever to sell and ended up selling. I sent a best offer out to buyers at 15 bucks, and someone bought it. It's a little Christmas one there. It'll still go first class, so no worries. Here's a San Jose Sharks hat. I paid like $2 or $3 for it. It appears to be brand new. I think I listed it as used though, just because I wasn't sure. It sold for 25 shipped full price. Then you have to take an offer. So cool there. Then the clothing. Here's a Peter Millar polo. This sold for 14 shipped on a best offer. Had it listed, I think, at 18. Just happy to get rid of it. It's not a, what is it called? A summer comfort or whatever. It's just a generic one. So just ready to get rid of it. And then it was jersey time. Football just started. So we got a Buffalo Bills, Marshawn Lynch jersey. This was like $7 or $8 at Savers, size medium. It's a nice one. That one sold for $30 shipped on the best offer. Here's a Frank Gore, kind of like a special print 49ers jersey. He doesn't even play for them, I don't think, anymore. He wasn't the Colts last time I don't know where he is now, but that sold for $40 shipped full price. Here's a Wes Welker 50th anniversary Patriots jersey. This was $10. So was the Gore one. The Gore was $10 as well. This one was $10 from my old source I had for jerseys. That one sold for $45 shipped, and it does have a couple of stains on it. And lastly, a Randall Cunningham Eagles jersey, kind of like a classic throwback one. This one has lots of stains on it. Listed it for $50 or best offer because it's kind of a hard to find jersey. Someone, for whatever reason, paid the full $50, so I'm happy about that. I think this one also was like $8 to $10. So I like jerseys. I kind of pay up for them, even though sometimes you probably should go cheaper, but I just kind of have a soft spot for them, so I'll usually pay up on them and hope to get a decent profit. So that's everything right now. I have one thing pending payment, and we still have about 3 or 4 hours left in the day, so we'll see what else. Hey everyone, back with the final sell from the weekend. This 9th Wonder Black is Back CD. Don't know much about it. There's me. This sold for $30 shipped. They had it listed like $40 or best offer, I think. Someone offered $29.99. It's theirs. I bought a bunch of like hip-hop type CDs. A lot of them seem to be not as popular ones, and some of them have been selling pretty well, so I got $30 shipped for